guys, welcome back. Hey, Tony here at the Why Not Garage, and this is the S550. Hey, I just wanted to go over a few things here with you today. Now, we've owned the car for coming up on 2 years now, so I wanted to give you kind of like a little review, a little take of what we think of our car. So, actually, it's been pretty much bulletproof. It's been a great car. I've now just turned over 12,000 miles on it. Obviously, we don't drive in the winter. It's kind of a toy, but we do like to take a lot of trips in the car. We've been down the tail of the Dragon. We live in the Midwest, so we go up north quite a bit and do some of the windy, curvy roads up into Wisconsin area. Really beautiful roads up there, blacktop, smooth. We go up there with a bunch of our car guys with sports cars and you know, kind of go up on the weekends and pretty much have a good time. So anyway, I just wanted to go over a few things with the S550. Some simple mods that I've done to it. Haven't went real crazy on it. Did a lot of bolt-on stuff. So here, anyway, let me get my cheaters on. Got to have your cheaters. And I just want to go over a few things that I did on the car. Well, to start, I run Mobil 1 oil in it. I have since day one. At 1,000 miles, I changed the stock oil in the car and put in Mobil 1. I went a little thicker. I went 530. I kind of had some race car background history, so Ford had an issue with the tick in the engine, so we thought, man, let's put the 530 in there instead of the 520, and I've never to this day had a tick in that car. That car has just been quiet, ran good, everything. So anyway, I run the Mobil 1 530, like I was saying, and I run the Ford Motorsport oil filter in it. And I change it about every 4,000 miles. I just changed it here last weekend. Like I said, we just turned over 12,000 miles in the car. So anyway, these are some of the things that I've done to the car for motor mods. I've got the JLT cold air intake on it. Really nice unit, I like that. I put the JLT catch can passenger side on there. I have the Steeda H pipe. Really gave it a good deep tone. I like the old muscle car deep sound better than I like the raspy, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, the sports car. A lot of guys put them on there because it's kind of raspy. I wanted more of the old school, you know, the deep tone. I put the SVE axle back exhaust on it on the rear, and that really opened the car up. Sounds really good. I kind of been thinking about headers, but you know, you kind of factor the price and you're not gaining a whole lot of power difference. And I mean, if I was going to put a Whipple on it or something, yeah, I'd probably do the headers, but I think I'm going to keep the stock exhaust on it, header-wise. It seems to do good. I had VMP doing my tune on this car, and I'll tell you what, you hear a lot about Lund, you hear a lot about Palm Beach Dyno. You know, don't get me wrong, guys, them guys are all good. But the technical service that I get from VMP, talking to them on the phone, is the best I've seen. So I had a 93 octane tune put in this car. I wanted to do the E85, but you know, the extra 20 rear wheel you get out of it, it's kind of hard to find E85 here in our area. So can't go wrong with the 93. I did feel the difference. I feel the low end torque that the installer put into my tune, and anyway, can't give enough kudos out to VMP. Awesome tuning, awesome tuning. Suspension mods. I did the Steeda Progressive lowering springs. I bought a lot of products from Brian down there at Steeda. I used to have Fox bodies, and I got to know Brian pretty well on the phone, and he kind of directed me, you know, kind of in the way that I wanted to build this car. Like I say, it is a street-driven car. I'd like to be able to track it once or twice just to say I did it, because it just handles on rails. I mean, the car just really corners nice. But anyway, I did the lowering springs. I did the Steeda adjustable sway bars, the Steeda G-Track brace on the front. Tighten the steering up on it good. It doesn't trampoline going down the road. And then I put a set of Motorsport 373 gears in the car. Now this is a 6-speed car. I decided to go with the 6-speed and not do the 10-speed because, you know, I'm kind of old school. I want to drive the car. I don't want the car to drive me. point blank. I want to go in the corners. I want to downshift. It's got the rev match on this car, which is just, it's incredible. I mean, it's just flawless. It's great. I want to say something about the M82 transmission. If you drive it and you have a good time in it and you don't speed shift and beat the car, it's not a bad transmission. I know the Tremec is, a lot better, and there's a lot better reviews on it, but you know what, guys? Just drive the car and enjoy it. I mean, since VMP tuned the car, I take the car to 8,000 RPM now. And you don't got to speed shift the car. Just enjoy it, drive it, take it through the corners, have a good time with it. They'll last. That transmission will last you. Anyway, this comes with 355s in it. So you're thinking, well, 373s, not a big jump. But I tell you what, when you match the 373s up with the M82, MT82 transmission in this thing, I tell you what, it's a match made in heaven. That gets you off the corner good. The 373 pulls good coming out of the corners. Perfect gear, guys. If you have any questions, go for it. All right, so let's make this quick. I got wheels and tires on it aftermarket. I went through SVE also, and I bought the 350 GT wheels. I got the 10-inch wide fronts, 11-inch wide rears. They're 19s. I went with the Nitto G550 G2s. I'm running the 285 3519 on the front, and on the rears out back, I'm running the 305 3519s. Really like the tire. The tire's kind of aggressive looking. You kind of get used to that look, but I tell you what, the accent on this car with a big tire, wow. Incredible. This was a baseline model car, which it still is a base model. I wanted to buy the base model to do things that I want to do to the car. I want to give out a shout to Eric at Midway Mustang in DeWitt, Iowa. I tell you what, this guy has got a lot of aftermarket products. He gets a lot of used, brand new used wrecked cars, GT350s, 500s. Mustangs, S550 parts, and he sells things off the cars and scraps the rest of the car. I got that car loaded up with a bunch of new stuff off cars. I'm running an original OEM GT350 rear spoiler that come off a 19 that had like 300 miles on the car. Anyway, yeah. So I put the 8-inch touchscreen out of another wrecked car in this. This used to have the small little radio in it. So I put the 8-inch in it, direct bolt in, plug and play. Awesome. It had the black cloth seats interior in it. I switched out to the leather now, so my whole interior is leather, which you may have caught some of my previous videos. If not, check them out. Also, all my mods are on there that I've done to the car too. My seats now are the brown and the black conversion. And these aren't a seat covering. These are actual seats that I bought out of a new one that Eric had over there at Midway. Like I say, can't give enough shout out to Eric. Super good guy. Prices are ideal. He'll treat you right. Everything. And so I put a Cervini chin spoiler on the front, and I've got a CVC, I think they call it. On the back by the third brake light up here, there's another little spoiler that sits up there, which is cool. I seen a guy had one of these at Cars and Coffee in close to the town I live in, and he drove it in one day, and I seen it, and I'm like, I gotta have one of them. Them are just cool. So anyway, yeah, I did all that, but just wanted to give a quick shout out to everything on this car. I tell you what, you drive them, change the oil in them, enjoy the car. This is my 2-year review on the car, 12,000 miles. Like I said, it just turned over. Haven't had it in the shop for nothing. And we live in the Midwest, and last year we went down to the Tail of the Dragon. My wife and I and another buddy in a Z06 C7 Corvette went down there, and we spent 5 days. We did the tail, we did the back of the Dragon, we did Moonshine Run, we did a bunch of canyon drives, and with the 93 octane fuel in the car in 6th gear, driving 75, 80 mile an hour, I got 26 miles a gallon. I tell you what, for a car putting out about 500 to the wheel, 600 to the crank, I tell you what, 26 miles a gallon, that's a no-brainer. So anyway, guys, if you had any questions on the car, if you're thinking about buying a newer Mustang, I tell you what, you can't go wrong. They're just a great car. So I just wanted to touch out to everybody and let them know that it's a badass car, man. So I hope my video wasn't too long and I didn't bore you. But anyway, like I say, this is Tony in the Why Not Garage. That's the S550. I'm going to have another one coming out soon. We're going to do another Cars and Coffee this weekend in LeClaire, Iowa. Hope to see you there. And all right, so anyway, have a good one. Thanks for watching.